What's up YouTube? For tonight's video, we have a full speed boost ability Pokemon team. So these were the 6 Pokemon with speed boost. Now there wasn't a hell of a lot of them, so I had to actually pick a pre-evolution to make up the 6 Pokemon. This was for a mystery pick. Now people, if you haven't been living under a rock or a pony, these jumpers and shirts are available to purchase on my Teespring store. That link is in the description of the video. Thank you to the people who have bought them already, and they're available in lots of colors and sizes for everyone. Alright, let's get into this battle. This was against Amazon Evan. This one was on my Discord chat. If anyone would like to join, I take battles there every day nearly at a random time. Plus, there's a lot of other things to do there, and everyone is welcome. Right, so we have a Stantler matchup here against my Sharpedo, and this is my special Sharpedo. We've got Super Fang and Brine. So the idea is to drop the opponent's, the health to half, and then go for the Brine at that double base power. We've also got Destiny Bond and Protect. The item is a Focus Band, so it's a very, very trolly Pokemon. Anyway, so go for that Super Fang, does half health to the Stantler. I'm going to get my speed boost. Right, so that's not a too bad start here. Now, the Stantler did go for the Swagger, so it's trying to confuse me. The only thing I was worried about, right, if I did hit myself, thankfully I did not. And I lose on like 1 health, man. Guys, I don't know how much more I can plug my merch. Anyway, so Stantler is going to go for the Psych Up, copying those attack boosts it actually did to me. And so it's going to have +2 on attack, which is, it's pretty worrying. Alright, anyway, so I've got my Sharpedo going for attack this turn, and I hit myself in confusion. I'm like, damn, this really sucks. It does a lot of damage. Then Stantler, it's going to go for a tackle, boosted by a normal gem. I'm like, oh my goodness, at +2. And guys, it takes me out with a critical hit. What the I can't believe that just happened. That would only happen to me. Anyway, so Sharpedo goes down. I'm salty as. Now bringing into my Torchic. Now, Torchic was pretty interesting. This set worked rather nicely. So we got just going for Protect to get my obviously my speed up. So on this set we've got max special attack and max speed. We've got Counter, Protect, Fire Blast, and Hidden Power. So we've got Speed Boost, obviously his ability, and item is Focus Sash. Now we've got the Saltier going out. I'm not sure what they were expecting, or maybe they want to use it for later on. And now they're going to go into the Banette. I'm obviously expecting a fighting type move. I went for the Hidden Power. Now that was Hidden Power. Ooh, I think I was running Hidden Power Grass on them. So anyway, we got the Curse Style taking minimal damage from the Hidden Power Grass, and now it's going to go into Mega Banette. So I was thinking I could go for the Fire Blast. That should do some like decent damage. I may even be able to get myself a burn, and I've got the Focus Sash still intact, so that's pretty good. So now it's going to go for a Carmine. It's going to be a special set. So I'm like, okay, it's not going to hit as hard as I would have liked, but I'll be able to get at least 2 off before I go down. Anyway, so we got the Torchic going for Fire Blast this turn. Thankfully, it connects, and it does pretty good damage. I was happy with that. So obviously, the next one's not going to take it out. It's going to be like 2 more Fire Blasts, maybe even 3 if it goes for a second one. And it's probably going to have like a Pain Split or something like that to heal itself. So going for a Fire Blast, and I crit it. I'm like, yes, that's all. That kind of makes up for the beginning from my Sharpedo, because that was I'm still salty about it. Anyway, so I got the speed boost on Torchic. I got my Focus Sash still intact, which was beautiful. Anyway, so speaking of which, we got the... Well, I didn't even mean to do that, I promise. So now we got the Bastiodon coming out. I really can't do much against this thing. It's going to go for the Stealth Rock. Now, this Pokemon, right, Stealth Rock and the Bastiodon typing was a huge, huge counter for this team. Because if you think about it, most of the Speed Boost Pokemon are weak to Stealth Rock. Like, they're either, they're like fire types or bugs, right? So it made things rather difficult. So I'm going to go for the Protect, and it's going to have Roar and get through my Protect and auto-switch me out. Oh, dear. So now we're going to go into Burnout. Now, Burnout was a pretty fun set, but it really can't do much against this at all. It's such a bulky Pokemon. And like I said, I really don't have there's like one move that I can actually do against this Bastiodon that could do any damage. My Sharpedo's gone with Destiny Bond already. So now we've got the Metal Burst Bastiodon. This was my Rollout Whirlipede. Now, Rollout Whirlipede didn't really get to do the greatest job in this battle due to having such a hard matchup, but he did some great work later on in the battle. So make sure you stick around to see the full salt of this set. Now, I do want to try and get a sweep with this. I've got to try and be working on this. I haven't actually put a Pokemon sweep up for ages, and I've got quite a few to put up. So I'll try and endeavor to do that for Friday. So now we've got the Bastiodon. It's going to keep healing itself up. I'm just doing like no damage to this at all. Now this set, let's go over what this is. We've got Protect, Rollout, Steamroller for a little bit of scumness, and we've also got Defense Curl. So I just go for Defense Curl. You can get your Rollout boost up from that and go for Protect. I ran this one as max health and max attack. It actually nearly swept quite a few people. It's very, very funny. Anyway, so we got the Bastiodon. I just can't get through this. This was the most difficult thing because I was thinking what to do. Like, I couldn't swap my Pokemon in because they're taking a lot of damage from Stealth Rock. and if I did swap the Pokemon in that I wanted, it could easily go for Raw, then like swap another Pokemon in and take like more damage from Stealth Rock. So it wasn't a very good situation. So anyway, we've got the Bastiodon just keep going for the Metal Burst. Now Metal Burst is kind of like, it's kind of like Counter and Miracle. If you're not really familiar with like every bit of move about Pokemon. So anyway, getting some more speed boost, some more unnecessary speed boost. Man, the battles took a long while because, that speed boost animation had to, like, keep coming up all the time, like, every single turn. So now I go for the rollout, starting to do some okay damage. The next one I was quite interested in, and now Bastiodon is going to go for a freaking roar again. There's, like, nothing I can do against this thing. All right, so watch this. This is what I meant. All right, so 69 miles per hour is going to come out. Look at all my health go. Oh, I can't do anything to this. I'm running, like, a physical one. It's going to do, like, donkeys. I was really racking my brain with how I was actually going to get past this Pokemon. So I thought, let's do the swap here. Maybe they won't predict me to swap because, it took like so much health. And I'm going to go into my Ninja. So taking more damage there, half health again. And now it's going to go for Metal Burst. So that was good. That worked out. So this was my special Ninjas. Now this was like the only move, apart from one other, that could actually do some damage. We've got the Grandium Z Mud Slap, but they swapped. I'm like, no. Oh no, so now we got the, we got this coming in. So we got the Delmise. Now this set was a max special attack, max speed. We've got Air Cutter, Mud Slap, Z Mud Slap, guys, overpowered. And we've got Silver Wind to try and go for that scumbag boost. And we've got Giga Drain for any rock types that want to creep in. Anyway, so we got the, obviously we've got Grandium Z as the item too. So now we're going for the Tectonic Rage on the Delmise. And actually you probably guess it's going to do donkeys. I was kind of saving that for the. I don't think it would have killed Bastiodon by no means, but it would have done like a. I think it would have done a fair, hit to it because it is 4 times weak. So anyway, it does nothing to the Haunted Weed, and I'm not gonna go for the Scumbag Haircut. I hope I get some like hacks with that. It does pretty good, but unfortunately for me, it doesn't kick in, and now it's gonna go for the Flash Cannon, taking out my Ninjas, unfortunately. So I was in a little bit of a spot of bother here. So I was thinking, well, I could go back into my Whirlipede and just, see what it's going to do and maybe try and take that out. So I'm going to take some damage there. I could go for Protect, or I could just try and, like, get some, get some crit with the Steamroll. So, sorry, the flinch with the Steamroll. So that's pretty good damage there. Unfortunately, it doesn't flinch, and now Delmise is going to be able to take out my Whirlipede. So, man, things are not looking good. Like, most of my team's down. Yarn Mega's already taken, like so much damage from Stealth Rock already. But I thought, I've got this. I'm pretty sure I can just swap it in. So go for the swap in there, and it lives on, like, 1 health. Plugging my merch again. So go for the Lychee Berry, and that's going to be a +1 in attack. So this one was, let's go for what this set was, if I didn't already say it. We've got Aero Ace, Leech Life, Steel Wing, and Night Slash. And that's going to be Delmise down. Now, the problem is Bastiodon. It's going to be able to come in. I just can't touch it at all. So we got the speed boost happening. I've got Torchic, I've got my Yarn Mega, and one other Pokemon. I bet you can't guess who that is. So now we've got the Pangoro coming. I do have a +1 in speed. I don't have Protect on this set. However, it's going to go for the knockoff. So it definitely is Choice Scarf, and that's going to take out my Yarn Mega, unfortunately. So that's down. So like, oh no. So now I'm going to go into my Torchic. Unfortunately for me, I can't use Counter against this thing because the Stealth Rock. So I could have easily gone for Counter and got rid of it there. But since there's a Stealth Rock on the field, it's going to keep me below my strategy. So I'm down to my last Pokemon, which is Blaziken. And this set is absolute trash, but it's really fun to use. So I want to use Mega Blaziken, right, just for the hell of it. So on this set, right, I used max special attack and max speed. So firstly, we've got to go for Protect. We've got to outspeed this thing, right? So it's going to go for knockoff. That's fine because I've actually got a Mega Crystal on this one. So, you guys know how much I love using Megas, right? So I just had to use it just for you guys. So now I go for the Scumbag Mega, but I didn't want to, like this set, all right, I made it like something like completely like, just like super weak. So we got in this set, we got Protect, Work Up, Ember, and Hidden Power Ground. So now go for the Work Up to work up those biceps. And I'm going to get the +1 in attack and special attack. Now Big Bad Pangoro is going to go for the knockoff. It's not going to do a lot of damage to me. I resist that rather nicely. So I think, well, I can go for another Work Up here. And the Pangoro is either going to have to stay in and go for knockoff or swap, right? So Pangoro is going to swap. And now we got this coming in. So I was like, well, I can get 2 Work Ups up against this thing. It's out of range of Sturdy, and I should be able to hopefully take this thing out. So getting that plus. Now we're at +2 in special attack. So Bastiodon's got that leftover recovery there. It doesn't get it back to full health, which is good. So getting my speed boost up. Now, go for the hidden power ground on Bastion. This was the only other move I had against it, like apart from my mud slap from earlier, and it takes you out in one hit. That was awesome. So finally, I'm back into this game. So now we got the Stantler that was on 1 health, which I know that I can outspeed. We got the Pangoro, and we got one other Pokemon. So now we got the Pangoro coming in. I know this thing is Choice Scarf, right? So I thought, oh man, this is super bulky. Like this. I don't think I'm going to be able to take out Ember. So I'm just going to go for the Ember anyway. And I get a critical hit. Look at it. Look at the damage. Anyway, so the Pangoro is down to a critical hit. Guys, Ember, you need to use Ember Mega Blaziken. I'm telling you. It changes lives. Anyway, so the last Pokemon we got is the... I wonder what move this Zangoose has. So it's got Facade. I know that I can live a Facade if it doesn't have the Toxic Orb boost up. It doesn't go for Protect. Ember doesn't take it. They go for Substitute, but they don't have enough. They just missed out there. I think they were going to go for the Substitute, get the Toxic Orb up, and then go for the Facade there. So I was very lucky there. That did enough damage. And now I could go for the Ember on the Zangoose, and that's going to take it out. I did the damage calc too for Facade without a Toxic Orb. I clearly lived that one. The only way it would have actually taken me out would have been if it got a critical hit, which was, a very, very low chance. So the last Pokemon is Salt Deer from earlier on, and I'm going to finish it off with Ember. Guys, that was a true Mega Blaziken Ember sweep. I hope you enjoyed this. Let's get on to the second battle. All right, this is a battle on my Discord as well. This one was against Blue on the run. Now we got a Smeagol lead, which is interesting. I need a drink of water, actually. All this speeding around. So now we got the Whirlipede lead. Now this was super funny. So I thought, let's go protect you. Let's see what this thing's going to do. It's going to be like a scumbag. What sort of scumbag set? It's going to use Transform. So it's going to be able to transform into my Whirlipede. I'm like, oh, here we go. So it's going to get a Speed Boost too. So the Whirlipede's going to copy my Speed Boost ability. I wasn't really anticipating going up against any Speed Boost Pokemon, but this is good. So now, obviously, upon transforming, I know that the opposing Smeagol has 5 PP of every move. So now it's going to go for the rollout. So I was like, oh, I don't want to get swept. The only thing I was worried about was if I'm going to get swept by this thing, if I kept losing the speed ties. So obviously on transformation, the only thing that the Smeagol keeps intact is its health and all the other stats it copies, right? Okay, so now it's got Quick Claw as well, and now it's going to be able to go for the rollout. So this is its second rollout. Now I am a little bit bulkier than the actual Smeagol, obviously, so that's going to be, that's going to be an advantage to me because I do have Everlight. So now going for the rollout again on the Whirlipede, it does more damage. If I'll just quickly go for my Whirlipede set if I didn't already. It was Protect, Rollout, Steamroller, Defense Curl, Item Everlight, and it's obviously the ability of Speed Boost. So that's what my that's what my build was. So now go for the roller. It misses. Oh, I can't believe it. And now the Whirlipede's going to go for the rollout there. It's starting to do lots of damage. So I live on 69 health. I was thinking, well, this is the thing, right? I could go for the defense curl, right, and then start going for rollout again. I might be able to nearly take it out if I get the lucky, if I get the luckiness. So go for protect here. I want to get rid of the rollout from the opposing Whirlipede as well. So that's going to stop their rollout, which is good. So every time, let me explain. So if rollout gets stopped, say if it misses or hits a protect, it actually resets in power. So that was a thing too. And the opposing Smeagol only had a certain amount of PP too. So that was a that was definite advantage to me. So now going for the defense curl, raising my defense a little bit and obviously going to make the next rollout a lot more powerful. Rollout actually misses. So that was very good. I was able to get a speed boost up, which matters so much in this instance. Now all I need to do to get rid of the Smeagol Whirlipede was to hit it with 2 rollouts. So I knew the first one would do some good damage, and I'd be able to maybe try and get a sweep. So now we got the opposing Whirlipede going for its own defense skill, making it bulkier, and obviously the next rollout is going to be a bit more powerful too. Guys, this is like a battle of like the tires. Anyway, so go for the rollout again against the Whirlipede, and that is going to be enough to live on 1 health. And now it's going to go for the rollout again, guys. But I'm sick of plugging my own merch. Anyway, so the rollout's going to hit me. It's not doing a lot of damage. Now I can just finish it off with a rollout. Thankfully, Quick Claw does not activate, and that is the opposing Smeagol down. Man, that was a roller coaster of like that went for like ages, just like doing all the speed boosts like in real time. So anyway, we have the Golem coming in, the Alola Golem. So it does have a nice base defense, right? So it's like, I'm probably not going to be able to take this thing out, right? So go for the rollout against that. That was pretty good damage. I was happy with that. And then they go for a rollout. What is this? The rollout set as well. So now go for the Alola Golem, go for the rollout. It's not enough to take me out because I do have a defense curl and I do have the Everlight, which actually saved me there because I could have got rolled out by this Golem. So now I'm going to outspeed it, go for rollout again, and that is going to take out the Alola Golem. So I rolled 2 of the Pokemon. Guys, Autobots are rolling out at the moment. So now we got 4 Pokemon remaining. The next one is the Azumarill. So like, okay, this will be interesting. So now I was wondering what set this is actually going to be, and now it's going to go from Protect. So like, okay, that's going to, that's going to kind of stop me. Steamroller's not going to do anything, and I was pretty happy here just to let my Whirlipede go. So go for Steamroller. I was hoping I could maybe get like a flinch or 2 before I get KO'd, but that is not going to be the case. It's going to not be very effective either. So now we got the Azumarill go for Scald. That's going to take me out. So Scald is not very, it's not very strong Azura. It doesn't have the greatest special attack in the world. So I'm guessing it's like more of a tank, right? I'm actually running thick, fat, rest, sleep talk by myself. It actually works nicely. So now we're going into the Sharpedo. So it's like, might be able to get some Super Fangs up on this run. Anyway, we have the Azumarill going for the swap here, and we got the Alolan Executor coming in. Guys, it's called Kinky. It wants to get kinky with me. Anyway, don't worry, it gets even better. So it's going to frisk out my Focus Band, and I'm going to go for the Super Fang, right? And I'm going to do half damage to its health. Okay, so getting my Speed Boost up. Now I can either go for the Super Fang again or go for the Brine or go for like a Scumbag Destiny Bond. Decided, right, to go for the Destiny Bond. So it's like, please hit me with the Grass Type move. And then it's going to use Skill Swap, guys. They're gonna get my Speed Boost again. This is the second time, guys. Look at this shiny Alola Executor with Speed Boost. Look at this major hacking going on. Anyway, so I'm gonna get my Speed Boost has gone up. Now I've got Frisk. I can see that it's got a Scumbag Berry. Now we've got Alola Executor with Speed Boost. This is not what I wanted. So now going for the Super Fang on the Executor. I couldn't go for the Destiny Bond again because obviously I went for the previous turn, and it's going to take me out with the Giga Drain. So down goes my Sharpedo. Man, that was so salty. And its berry didn't even activate either because like I wanted to activate to like burn it up, but it didn't. The Giga Drain got most of its health back. This is bad, guys. I'm going to get swept by a Speed Boost Alolan Executor. Anyway, swapping in my Ninjas. I thought, well, even if we've got Speed Boost right, it ain't going to be able to outspeed the god of speed, Ninjas. So go for the Scumbag Silverwind. Doesn't do a lot of damage. I hope I can get a boost here. And now it's going to go for Infestation. So it has Infestation, Skill Swap, and Giga Drain. So like, wonder what its like other move actually is. So regardless of that, we got some extra Infestation damage, and we got my couple of Speed Boosts happening. Guys, someone needs to count right how many times I say Speed Boost in this Speed Boost team battle. Anyway, so we got the Air Cutter here. I was hoping for some hacks here, hopefully, to take this thing out, and it misses. And now, I missed the hacks, and now it's going to eat the berry in the air, and it's going to get most of its health back. This thing is like a royal pain in the ass. So now it's going to go for the Leech Seed. So it's like a Stolly set. We've got Leech Seed and Infestation doing damage, and the Giga Drain to get its health back. So that's going to be a bit of a pain to take out, and my Ninjas is going to be taking damage from that. So even if it's not very effective, it's still done like half my health already. All right, so my one saving grace here, if I get a boost on Silverwind on my Ninjas, that'll like be super helpful and be super helpful for the Pokemon down the track. So now going for the Silverwind on the Alolan Executor. It still needs like 3 more hits to actually take it out. So Executor is going to go for the Giga Drain, not doing a lot of damage, but enough to give it some health back, and it's getting some from Leech Seed as well, and it's getting Infestation damage. So here I'm thinking, well, I really don't think I'm going to win this matchup. It's getting like way too much health recovery for me to actually take out. So now my Ninjas is going to go down the next turn. Apart, if I get a crit here, that's like the only thing that I think will actually save me. So Alolan Executor, man, I think that's a like +4 speed already or something crazy like that. So go for the Air Cutter on a Alolan Executor, and it isn't quite enough to take it out, and it just go for the Giga Drain to take out my Ninjask. But that's all good. It's in like a range for me to actually take it out. The only thing it can do is go for the Leech Seed or the Giga Drain to actually get its health back, and it doesn't have like Harvest or anything. It's got Speed Boost, so that's a good thing too. It's not many, it was kind of rare for me to verse a Speed Boost Alolan Executor. It's not something you see every day. Anyway, so bringing in the big bad Yarn Mega. I know this thing can't do much. It can only do Giga Drain, or it could go for Leech Seed, and I can just go for the Leech Life or Aerial Ace and take this thing out. So go for Leech Life, which is going to actually give me some health back too, and I'm going to chomp down and take it out in one shot. So that's good, getting rid of that. So it's a fairly even battle at the moment. Now, both these battles, they were like, I think they're like 30 plus turns, so they're fairly long battles. So now getting a Speed Boost up, which is nice, another Speed Boost. And we're going to see the Galvantula's like, what's this going to do? So I was thinking, well, let's go for the Air Race. I just want to get some damage off against this thing. Does pretty good damage, like around half health. And now it's going to be a Wild Charge, so it's a physical set. and I live on 14 health, this beautiful baby, and it's going to take some recharge damage, obviously from the wild charge, and I'm going to eat my lychee berry, so this is going to be a +1 attack, which is like super duper handy, and I've got another speed boost up too, so I can freely go for the airways, leech life. So I've got steel wing. If I didn't say this set already, steel wing for rock type, so it's a pretty fun set to actually use. I was running max health too because, like, after speed boost, it's sort of like a waste putting like everything in speed, right? So now we've got the Azumarill. So like, what am I going to do against this? I can go for airways or leech life. They're really not going to do a lot of damage. So go for the airways to get some damage off it. It's very, very bulky, and now it's going to go for the Scald on my Yarmega. So that's down. I think it did a great job getting rid of Galvantula. That was pretty good, and it got rid of that Alolan Executor too. That was like a pain in the ass. Anyway, guys, look at Ninjask and Yarmega's wings on the left side. So now we got my Chikorung, which is my Torchic. So I was hoping I could get some damage with this. Now we got the Azumarill swapping out, and we got the this is the last Pokemon. We've got a Ninjask as well, so we both have a Ninjask. I was like, what is this going to do? I went for the Hidden Power. It's not going to do very much damage. So if it did have a Focus Sash, it's gone now, and I can go for the Fire Blast. So now, if you think about it, guys, they had 3 Speed Boost Pokemon. They had the Smeargle, which had Speed Boost. They had the Alolan Executor, which had Speed Boost. And they had the Ninjask, which had Speed Boost too. So now going for the Fire Blast, and that's going to take out the Ninjask in one blow, which is good. This was like a scumbag Mud Slap. We both had a Ninjask with Mud Slap too. What the fuck? Anyway, so the last Pokemon is the Azumarill. I was like wondering how it's going to get past this, because it's kind of like bulky, and like Blaziken only had Hidden Power. It had Hidden Power Ground and Ember, so I was like, this is bad. So now it's going to have, so I did have Hidden Power Grass. It's going to have Sap Sipper instead of Thick Fat, and now it's going to go for the Scald, and that's going to be enough to take out my Torchic. So my last Pokemon is my Mega Blaziken. I knew that I could take a couple of Scalds because, Azumarill special attack is like, it's basically like really, really crappy. Unless it's like running max special attack, but I didn't think it actually was. I think it was running like max health and like split defenses or something like that. So anyway, going for my Mega Evolution. Hoping I can get some damage up against this thing. I really needed a workup. I need like 1 or 2 at least to do some damage with the Hidden Power Ground. So now we got the Azumarill. I was thinking it could go for Scald. I think I can leave. I think it'll be about a 3-hit KO against me because it's not very good in like a special attack. It's gonna go for Parasol again. It's gonna go. They're forcing a scumbag draw. So like, I got to take this out before the Parasol like is used up, right? So the Azumarill getting the leftovers recovery, and I've got to go for the Hidden Power Ground to actually take this thing out. I was a little bit worried because I was like, it's not stab or anything. This is very bulky, definitely at max health. So anyway, it's gonna go for Protect. So like, this is not good. So it's going to burn up a turn. I went for the Hidden Power. I could have gone for the work up there. Just I was kind of worried that they may go for Scald, so I should start attacking. Alright, so it's nearly at full health. I bet there's only 2 more turns of the Parasong to go. And I'm going to get another speed boost up. That's another speed boost, guys, on the counter. And now I can go for, I was thinking, they're either going to go for another Protect or go for a Scald. I went for the Hidden Power, and that was a critical hit. Oh, there's no way I'm going to be able to take this thing out. It's way too bulky. And it doesn't have the offense to actually take me out in enough time either. And the Perish counter has actually fallen to 1, 2. Yeah, they can go for Protect this turn, and they're going to finish me off with a salty Perish Song Protect. I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. I can't believe this one was actually a draw in the end. Well, I guess with the draw, right, it's like whoever Pokemon actually faints first. So technically, I think I won this, but it's a draw anyway. It's a draw anyway. So actually, I lost this one because my Pokemon fainted first. So Blaziken is down, and the Azumarill is going to go down, and that's the game. Hope you enjoyed both these battles. They're like super, super funny, and enjoy those bloopers, people. I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace.